Would I be the asshole if I went to my ex's funeral alone? I dated somebody from 17 to 21. We separated after suffering a loss but stayed close nonetheless. A year later I met my current BF who he was aware of everything and never had an issue with it. My ex's mom reached out about a week ago to tell me that my ex died and that I was invited to the funeral. The one thing she asked me was to come alone as it was an intimate funeral and only closest ones were coming. I said okay. I told my boyfriend about the news and the fact that I had to go alone. He said that although he felt for me and his family, going alone to my ex's funeral wasn't appropriate. When I asked what he meant by that, he answered that it just wasn't and I shouldn't put anybody above his feelings, so going would be disrespectful to him. I'm torn because part of me see where he's coming from, but I also don't want to miss my ex's funeral as he used to be a close friend and someone I shared 5 years of my life with. WIBTA. It is appropriate to attend a funeral alone, especially since your current boyfriend did not know your ex and the family requested to keep the gathering small. So your current boyfriend is jealous of a boyfriend who has passed away. That might be something for you to think about. You are not putting anyone above his feelings, he is being unreasonable. Also, my husband had an ex pass away this week. The funeral is Sunday. I will not attending. He will. I don't feel that it is disrespectful to me or our marriage. Not the asshole, your current partner should also be promoted to ex. He's clearly got some insecurities that are not at all healthy. Not the asshole. This is kind of a red flag for me. Going to the funeral of somebody who was once important to you is a perfectly natural thing. Leaving your current boyfriend at home would be fine even if you weren't asked to. He didn't know your ex and has no reason to be there. Even if you're in a relationship with him, you still have your own network of friends and family and your own emotions you have to take care of. He has no right to intrude on that. You should put yourself first ahead of him. Respecting your past relationship and giving yourself an opportunity to mourn is good self-care. Info. I'm torn because part of me see where he's coming from. I don't. Where on earth is he coming from? Not the asshole, he's jealous of a dead person. How weird and insecure. I'm sorry for your loss. I shouldn't put anybody above his feelings. This is incorrect. You should put yourself either above or even with his feelings. He's jealous of your deceased ex. Which is not terribly rational. Not the asshole. My brother passed recently 2022, we invited one of his ex-girlfriends he dated 2013, 2016 who meant a lot to him and the family. This girl was now married and was pregnant. She showed up to the funeral alone without us even asking her to do that and was at the hospital to say goodbye to my brother, and her husband was okay with all of this because they were so important to each other at some point. He was supportive in every way to her saying goodbye to my brother and her grieving process. Now that I think about that, I'd say ditch that guy for being so jealous about nothing, and further makes me want to encourage you to go to that funeral. Your BF is trash. Put litter in its place symbol. Being insecure about a dead person is baffling and immature. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. No one gets to tell you how to healthily grieve. I think you need to either stand your ground on this or consider ending the relationship. No, not the asshole. This is not cool of your BF. Way too insecure. This is possessive behavior. You're allowed to mourn someone important in your life. BF is a red flag. Not the asshole. Another am I the asshole? Story about someone envious of a dead person. Is your current BF also envious that his mother contacted you? Not the asshole. You shouldn't put anybody above his feelings. What about yourself? Not the asshole, but your BF is. It's a funeral, not the prom. Not the asshole. You were part of his family for 5 years. You are invited. You're not pinning for him. BF is insecure and jealous of a dead man. That would give me pause. Go pay your respects. Be wary of a man who would manipulate you to control your actions. Edit clarity of pronouns. Not the asshole, but you will be if you don't go. I'd where you see where he's coming from, because to me it sounds like jealousy and control. Not the asshole, how do you see where's he coming from? He won't even tell you why he thinks it's inappropriate. I will though. He's jealous of a dead man, and that is ludicrous. WIBTA. Current BF just hung up a red flag the size of a strip mall though. This would ring massive alarm bells for me. You were close to your ex for years, not only that, but they were the important transitional years from teen to young adult. Anyone who demands you prove how important they are to you by giving up something important to you shows worrying narcissistic traits. Narc is an overused and often inappropriately used label, but in this case it really does apply. Go to the funeral, grieve your loss. Leave the boyfriend behind, not just for the funeral but for good. If you give in this time, I promise you it won't be the last such demand he makes of you. If your boyfriend didn't know your ex, the only reason for him to attend the funeral would be to support you. Since you don't need that, have chosen to forego that to honor your ex's mother's wishes, that should be an end to it. Fuck me, not appropriate. What controlling BS. Not the asshole. Not the asshole, your partner is unfathomably insecure if he feels like you need to put his feelings above somebody who is dead. Insane level of narcissism, get out of that ASAP. I'm sorry for your loss. You are not the asshole. Your boyfriend isn't entitled to go, and it's not a slight against him for you to go alone as asked. It's hardly as if there's a risk of you cheating with your ex here. I would not have an issue in a relationship. Sounds odd to me. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. First, I'm sorry for your loss. Second, what exactly is your BF getting at? Is he suggesting he has business crashing a funeral of a stranger? Or is he just weirdly threatened by a man who is no longer here? Not the asshole. Reddit is usually pretty quick to tell people to ditch their partners, but this one's justified. He's telling you that you can't even put yourself above his feelings. That's not a standard that goes both ways, either, clearly. Your boyfriend should be ashamed of himself. Jesus Christ, man. Not the asshole. Nata. Go to the funeral. In this situation your feelings win over your BF. Not the asshole. If he's jealous of a dead person, that is a red flag. There's nothing inappropriate about you attending solo. WIBTA. Your boyfriend can't suck it up for you to go to the funeral of someone you loved. He has to make it about his insecurity instead of your grief. Big red flags here. Not the asshole. It's a funeral FFS. It's not disrespectful. New guy is tar. Yeah, coming from someone who wouldn't want my partner having any contact with an ex, not the asshole. The guy is dead. There is no way your boyfriend can be jealous of a dead guy. Rest in peace, XBF. You see where he's coming from? I don't. At all. This has absolutely nothing to do with him. Go to the funeral. But reevaluate your current relationship, it lacks healthy boundaries. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Your boyfriend is flat out wrong. And being ridiculous. That's sad that he would say that, because you know I'm sure he's got some exes too. If they die, are you going to say no? Most likely you will be a supportive GF and say yes, go support the family. The family invited you, so how is this inappropriate? It isn't. So he is jealous of your dead ex. I hate to say it, but run, because if he's that demanding, you are in for a toxic time with that guy. He's the not you. Not the asshole, but your partner is very insecure. Poor boy. He doesn't get to tell you to not go to a funeral. Not the asshole. Not the asshole, but your boyfriend is using boundaries as an excuse to manipulate you. He's jealous of a funeral. WTF is wrong with that guy? Not the asshole. UBF is being weird. It's a funeral, not a bar. Go to the funeral, and dump your current boyfriend. His controlling, dismissive attitude is a big red flag. You're not the asshole.